Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Imperator Rome. We're recording with the new patch right now, but minus his 8 because his hard drive died. That's what happened, right? His hard drive exploded?
Yeah,
I don't
more
know.
or less.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So, sad days. But we have to sojourn on. We spent the last hour and 20 minutes kvetching about the game while we tried to get it to load in. Thanks, Midge.
I don't know what happened, honestly.
Well, the last
we found
40
some
minutes,
sort of bug.
because Ben wasn't here for.
Until
was
about
eating-
6:20.
I was eating Chick-fil-A, thank you very much. Anywho, shall we unpause and kvetch?
We should probably, we should probably say this is a good amount of time after the game is released, and we've all taken the rose-tinted glasses off of our face, except for Mitch.
Except for Mitch.
Hey, that's an unfair
Your
description.
fun is wrong, Midge. You
Oh,
just have to put that down. Your fun is wrong.
Why did my war just end?
Because fuck you, that's why. Because fuck you, it's January.
We've extended. Fuck you, it's
July.
January.
No, my war
to
just suddenly ended.
forever.
Fuck you, it's for. Actually, that applies pretty well to this.
That's true. Okay.
Oh well.
So
I'll
we've-
move my troops back then.
We've all spent an hour talking about this, but essentially we're not under embargo anymore. We've all had a good amount of time to play the game. We've also had a good amount of time to get through a lot of portions of the game, have the like newness, the new game smell wear off, and I think
You just don't get that big box smell anymore, do you?
yeah. I'm going to say this: if you're looking at this game right now to pick it up, don't buy it yet. Wait. Just wait for it's got to go in the oven for a little bit longer. They took it out too early.
Yeah, could have done with a bit more time.
They took it out too early. It's got to stay in the oven.
It's like
Yeah.
they took out the pound cake, but they didn't give it the toothpick test, so you cut into it and it's still just goop in the middle.
Yeah, it's just gulp.
It's still got the goop, guys. It's got the goop.
Yeah.
Can you stop saying it's got the goop? And that's
I know I got something else to play then from you, Midge.
Oh no,
you
my
wouldn't
goal!
be able
My
to hear it,
precious goal!
It just turned into the Pen and Roach make references nobody understands show.
Oh, I'm sure people realize that the South Park reference, and that's the Rob Reiner just melting reference, which yes sounds crazy if you haven't watched South Park, but that is a hilarious episode. Rob Reiner.
that is a more like up-to-date cultural reference that people will notice. That's at least it's not.
I mean,
whatever.
who hasn't? I mean, the Rob Reiner melting is
At least it's
pretty
not
funny.
Anthrax in the Desert guy or whatever his name is.
Neil Breen. You
Neil
remember it.
Breen. Yeah, remember Neil Breen because he's gonna kill a president one day.
He's gonna be a terrorist one day.
If he isn't already. Let's
Oh
be-
yeah, I mean.
I'm sure he's tried, but if his movies are any indication, it's failed without nobody noticing. It's just kind of
He somehow bamboozled himself.
Much like his films.
yeah. Well, no, people have noticed those, but that's but it took a while.
Well, those are like staring into the sun.
It's no, it's more like staring into the abyss, because the sun is something, but the abyss may or may not be a thing, and that defines his films.
Hey, the Abyss is a thing. It's another shitty movie.
It's
It is.
yeah. Wait, but let's talk about something else for a little while, like this game.
Mm-hmm.
So
So they released some information on what's coming on 1.1. And have full well admitted that large sections of the game were just copy paste remakes of EU Rome.
if you're blind and you haven't noticed that yet,
Nobody played EU Rome.
you
Yeah,
played it,
I didn't.
but then
tried.
again,
I said
you're
nobody.
the
I'm talking about normal people.
yeah, you're the vast minority when it comes to.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody else has played it other than me and maybe you.
I tried it, but it's
No, are
just-
you kidding me? I haven't played it.
You know why I bought it? It's because the collector's edition came with a tiny bronze bust of Caesar.
Oh,
I was gonna say, did you just play it because this game was coming out? But
Oh my
No,
god, look
it
at
was
this guy's
technically the
teeth.
first Paradox game I ever bought before I knew what Paradox was.
Oh,
But
that
it's not
tracks.
just I worked at GameStop at the time, back when GameStop sold PC games, and we had it on the shelf, and I had this tiny little bronze bust of Caesar in it. And I
Guys,
wanted
look at the leader of Dardinia's teeth.
it. Who's Dardinia?
And where
above
are they?
me, just north of me. Oh, sorry, Dardania.
Dardania. Oh, he's got an underbite.
Look.
Wait, what?
Hello.
Oh,
It
Dindari.
sounds like a good fiction. Hello.
God.
I would like
Oh my god.
about
It reminds me of the
Jesus
British
Christ.
aristocracy, to be fair. Got any cheese? Look at that,
Oh,
man.
man. Okay, so I
that's
just got an
cheese.
event to get a couple random cahoots of for one of my legions, and 2 of them are chariots. How you should not like random events should not give you access to units you would not otherwise have access to.
You have access to chariots.
How?
Do you not?
What do
How would I
not
have access to
write
chariots?
down?
I have access to chariots.
I mean,
How?
I think
I-
all nations can build them.
They're unlocked through a tradition.
Oh, right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're unlocked through
Chariots
I
are
have them from
unlocked
the
through a
start.
tradition.
I mean, then again,
And I'm pretty sure it's the Gallic one. What is it called?
there's,
Barbarian traditions.
I think there's also
Allows
something
chariot
in.
units.
Isn't there something in like the Egypt area as well that has a tradition for that? Because isn't that like a thing for Egypt? Is they have
Well,
chariots?
Egypt is just Greek,
I still need to see.
and
that
Greeks
down.
don't have them.
Oh, Egypt's just Greek. Oh no, I guess
Yeah,
this
Egypt's
is.
Greek.
It's a
This is-
successor.
Yeah,
kingdom.
yeah, no.
But
I was
Ptolemaic
getting it
Egypt
mixed
is
up.
not-
I was getting it mixed up because it's the time period.
Because okay, so Levantine and Arabian traditions do not have them.
I could have.
North Africa does not have them.
No, North Africa doesn't know.
Italic
Yeah.
doesn't have them. Greek doesn't have
It would be
them.
barbarian.
I
Yeah, I can.
Indians might. Indians do. Good chariot. Yeah. So, the Indian traditions and the barbarian traditions have them.
Yep.
It surprises me Rome doesn't have them.
Why would Rome have chariots?
They
I
never.
mean-
They didn't really use war chariots that much. I mean, they had chariots,
oh,
but
yeah.
they didn't use it in
that's what I'm
combat
saying.
Yeah,
they-
it was just for some twat to run through the city on.
or for racing.
Yeah, racing
Yeah.
is quite popular.
Now that's pod racing.
Yeah, Team Blues. Team Blues.
Get out.
Oh, you would be a green roach.
Hey, I like green.
I was actually, I think I said this last time we recorded, but I actually, because we didn't have the full group last time my game group got together, we just played Ben-Hur, which is a chariot racing miniatures game, which was actually really fun. It was basically poker, but with chariots, because you had a lot of cards that you had to a lot of cards and bluffing and like an auction system, and the racing was interesting. It's actually pretty fun. I would if you ever get a chance to get your hands on it, which is probably pretty easy because I think it was like cheap ass
I wanna play
games
Only War again.
or something. Only
That's
War.
what I want.
You mean you don't want to play the new game that they came out with? That's the new role playing game. That's the official one.
No.
That's a good answer. They got rid of
Why
the.
would I want to play the new one when there's nothing wrong with the one I already know how to play?
They got rid of the D100 system and now it's a dice pool system. So the stat dictates how many dice you roll.
Is it my siege? It is my siege.
I like the D100 system because of fate.
Fate.
Oh shit, I can't end. Oh,
Yeah, so unlike most of the people I'm currently playing with, I actually enjoy this game.
Wow, we've already established your fun is wrong, bitch.
We've already established, yeah.
no, it's not really, though. Because, like...
That's not the joke.
But you guys aren't joking.
I am. I don't think your fun is wrong. I don't legitimately think your fun is wrong. I don't agree with you on your point. I think the game is fundamentally and objectively bad. I think it is objectively. I can formulate logical arguments of why it is bad. That
You're really gonna waste brain power on that?
I'm saying I could. I'm not saying I'm doing it.
Oh god, my fucking new governor switched everything to like bleed them dry.
Oh, I hate that. It's also that whenever you have a new governor, all of a sudden he just
He's always a
changes
twat.
randomly.
They're always idiots.
Yeah, they just change it randomly, like, hey, yeah, no, we like this better. No? Please don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I just this game. Again, my biggest problem with it is the whole mana system. I think it is fundamentally antithetical to strategy gaming. It's a board game at this point. Which, if people listening here haven't seen Remy's review of the game, that's a point he makes, and I agree with that. I wasn't able
Okay,
to.
Roach, I've got a theory.
Go
I've got a
ahead.
theory. Maybe they've got 2 conference rooms, and someone scheduled a meeting for Imperator Rome at the same time as a scheduled meeting for like EU4 the board game or CK2 the board game.
Oh,
and
the re-release.
They interchanged. They transposed the numbers of the conference rooms they were supposed to.
It's a possibility.
I mean, a lot of Paradox's games are based on board games, though. So to draw similarities to a board
But
game,
this isn't a board game. The mechanics are fundamentally different. Because the mechanics that they're using, okay, the mana system is a board game-like system because it's like a token system. So you would spend this to do this on the board. And that works for a board game because it's really hard to compute in a board game a 5% chance every turn to convert X number of pops in a board game. Because that's math and it's...
I'm sorry, Roach. All I have to do is roll 179 d20s per turn.
Exactly. It would be horrible if you use that. So you use tokens. But the thing is, we're not playing on a computer, so they can do that every turn, every tick, and we can actually compute that out. It's the old vestiges of the board game system that's still lingering on, and it makes it a bad video game, especially a bad grand strategy game.
Speaking of bad video game decisions, why does it cause tyranny to change a governor's focus or policy?
Because you may have appointed him, but you're not his dad.
Because you're a because you're a republic,
But
Ben.
they're all so stupid.
Because you're a republic, Ben, it causes you tyranny because
Because
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I get voted out of office in 4 years. I got a lot of experience with that. I'm an American.
having high tyranny isn't as bad a thing as well in this game.
well, yeah, it basically doesn't matter. just like
Well, no, it
just
gives
like
you a different
aggressive
set of
expansion.
powers. It's like the AE does matter, but it's
No,
not.
it doesn't. It only matters if you got more than one culture.
Well, yeah, that's also true.
And it does, and yeah, culture is super easy to convert. Just get a whole bunch of power together to convert your culture.
Well, right now I've got a governor who's that I put in charge of Cisalpine Gaul, which is all just tribesmen of different cultures up there, who's got a 30% chance per month to convert pops. He's done 150 of them so far.
I was making this argument before you came in, Ben, and before we were recording, but like in a good game, there would be no instant convert with like mana power. What you would have is you'd have a natural conversion that's really low per month, like maybe at like a 0.5% or something like that, based upon a couple of different factors in your nation.
Yeah, and
then
what
you would
do
have
is
the governor that you could.
You use your fucking augur to go to a or your pontificate. One of the fucking appointees that don't fucking do anything. Send them to a province to increase the percentage.
Well, you could do that, or you keep the governor system in the game, so you have two systems still, but you have the natural tick, which is really low, really slow, and it's not that it just happens, kind of like in Victoria 2, where pops just naturally start assimilating into the culture, or various different factors factor into that. Or you use the governor system, which is the fast system, which is just transplant what we have now to that system, and there you go. You automatically make the game better, because now there's a little bit of a will I be able to convert this in time, or won't I be able to? You don't have an instant like, hey, I'm about ready to have a civil war. Now I won't, because I spent all that power to make them happy. Like it. The mana system being instantaneous is the problem in a lot of ways.
I don't mind it, honestly. I don't think, personally, for me, it impacts the game too much in terms of being able to convert. Because For example, I've just finished my Egypt campaign
And
at
how long
the time
were
at
you
this
deprived of
recording of this.
oxygen?
Oh, stop! Let him make his argument. We got ours.
Okay.
So-
Then I'll trash it.
Okay, so I had my Egypt game going, and I built an Egypt that spanned from Corsica to India, and up to Bactria, and I had so many pops that I didn't have the ability to instantly convert all of them, so I had to start managing my mana to cross an empire-wide scale.
Oh shit.
And you couldn't do that when, for example, you had 1,500 slaves in your capital. You can't culture convert them all, so you are having to put out fires in different ways.
So you're saying that
So-
you had a little bit of issues after you became the most powerful nation in the world.
No, I had that throughout with Egypt. Because, for example, Egypt starts as the ruling class of the nation, starts a different culture and religion to the rest of the nation.
Yeah, it must be
So
really
you have
hard
to
to play
really-
as the Ottomans.
You have to, there's a lot of internal struggle, and you do find, like, that you can't rely on the mana system, like this mana point buying system.
But okay, just because you have one situation where that is the case, that does not invalidate the criticism, because the vast majority of the time, that is the case, where you can just spend your way out of a problem almost every
I
time.
like playing small nations, and I've never run into a situation where the makeup of my country made any difference, because it was super easy to just make everybody the same culture, the same religion, or super happy.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you play, I'd say if you play any of the larger nations, you'll still find this thing. Or if you build a nation that will get to that larger point. Because you start having a hodgepodge
So only
of
play
religions and
the
cultures.
3 largest nations in the game, and you won't have a
fuck.
problem.
And even then, I can say that's not the case, because I've played almost nothing but Carthage, and Carthage is one of the larger nations in the game, and has a lot of conquest ability. And yeah, you may not be able to culture convert everybody, but the culture conversion being instantaneous essentially gets rid of the problems that you have with your cultures, because you don't need to culture convert everybody, you just need to do the majority. The bare majority. And that's it. It's not even about doing everybody. As long as more than 50% of a city is your culture, then the effects that you experience from like bad from negative effects of like aggressive expansion and the like are mostly mitigated.
I just got fucked over in a war because somebody else pieced out before me, and I could have taken a lot more, but I didn't. Meh. Tribes, man, they're weird.
So yeah, I wouldn't say it's
I still don't think it's as much of a problem as you put out. I can understand why you personally might not like it, but I don't see as it to be a complete detriment to the game, if that makes sense.
God, I need a new elder, I need a new magistrate. Okay, we're good. There's one thing to be said for the tribals. You're not running out of family members anytime soon, which is
Oh, yeah,
different in Rome.
It's the only people who know how to breed in the world.
Oh yeah, well we do have the fuck fields, remember?
I don't know what reference that is, but let's go with it.
That was.
That was a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, that was a couple of episodes ago.
I remember going to Stonehenge to fornicate, but I don't remember the fuck fields.
Yeah, that's what we ended up calling them, the fuck goods.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, I can disband you, thank you, goodbye. Still losing money though. What am I losing money on? Why am I paying your light infantry? The fuck?
Just assimilate everybody, it'll be fun. Oh, how I miss tooltips with useful information.
Guys, can you do me a favor?
What's that,
Possibly.
friendo?
Okay, don't worry, I was reading the wrong thing.
don't do me a
Alright.
favor.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I was reading when my casus belli would end, and it's and it said something like 300 years in the future. I was like, sorry, what?
That's not right.
Yeah, no. But sorry, I was trying to read that as I was reading my casus belli as a piece, and it's a casus belli that I have because of being Mastodon rather than one that I've made.
I love the text for increasing Freeman output because the only thing that Freeman output is babies.
Huh. More babies.
It makes them more virulent.
Exactly.
Though I'm not particularly happy with freemen. I need either citizens or tribesmen, not necessarily or slaves. Slaves are fine.
Well, everybody loves slaves.
Yup.
Oh yeah. Ben, I
104
I
I've got
see you have a
140%.
very small amount of slaves in your capital.
I don't even know. Let's see. What is it? 17? Yeah, it's not that much. Well,
Oh.
how else am I supposed to get up there?
I mean, I got 76. I found a way.
Well, you're Hellenic. You could just go take them and they teleport.
I
there.
don't have that unlocked. I don't have the slave raiding thing unlocked. I went down a different path.
I choose to believe what I want to believe.
I mean, I've got 114.8% research efficiency now.
Choose to believe what I was programmed to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Can I colonize Mon yet? No.
You need to be.
Why are you still unhappy? What does...
Yeah, you guys got bad cultures, don't you? Cultures are bad.
Bad cultures, bad.
Like, yeah, they're slightly different. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your culture is slightly different than mine. I gotta say, there's nothing I want more than a construct buildings tooltip that's useful.
Oh yeah, that's another problem I have with the game.
There's
Is
nothing
just...
I want more than that because all I'm doing is just spamming the same buildings in every province because there's no easy way without individually clicking on it and inspecting it to know if what's good build in that specific spot.
Yeah, why can't we have, I don't know, a province overview, like
List. Yeah, like,
something?
this one will give you that many manpower. This one will give you this many manpower.
Well, I mean, that's
Would
like
be
that. A city overview would be great. A province overview would be great as well, just so I could figure out what's going on in the province. Like, you know, how many of this person is in this province? How many freemen? How many of this culture? Give me a hard number, goddammit. I want.
Well, I mean, if you go to the national overview, you can see how many of each type of
In
op
the
is
nation,
each
but I want to
province.
know in a province so I can assign the governors
you can
correctly.
See it in provinces.
No, it's you can see it for
It's
the provinces.
right there in the.
It's 60% of the of this UI.
Okay, like hit the nation overview, the provinces section below it, where it has the breakdown, and then sort by citizens, sort by that thing right there.
Yeah, no, I see that. But why can't they just transpose the goddamn pie chart to that? So I can see how many at a glance without using the goddamn
this.
The
tooltip.
list, the big fucking list.
I can
right
see the list! I'm saying the cultures! I can see how many of this type of citizen are in there, or I can see how many
hover
citizens...
over them and you get
Yeah,
the culture.
but why do I need to fucking hover over it? It's another thing that I have to do on top of going to that menu. They're hiding information that is already readily available in submenus. That's a bad UI decision.
I like it when people are fighting and it's not me and Roach. It's interesting being on this side of it.
I'm making the point that they've done other games that have done this better.
You got a CB, you got a guarantee. Why do you have a guarantee? You're guaranteed by somebody who's being wrecked.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! My first ruler ever in 120 hours with good civic. He's got 11 civic. Oh my god! That's never happened to me before.
I currently have 0 civic.
9.
Oh no! A governor died. I just paid for you.
I have 3. I've got
Okay.
a 3-3-3-5.
Now, Ben, you've got to
Info.
work your hardest to make your guy dictator for life.
Oh, okay. New plan is I only give young men control of governorships.
Oh,
Then I
he's
get I don't
married
have.
to Julie.
Oh, why did you
Nope.
put it on? Oh, God damn it!
He's married to Junior Prima.
It is, however, time. Ben.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, if you enjoyed the series. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.